What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, listen, I want to report on a story coming out of Jacksonville, Duval County, about a racially motivated mass shooting. And it happened today. The gunman, said to be in his early 20s, white male, is no longer with us. Supposedly he was supposed to shoot up a HBCU out there, changed his mind, went to Family Dollar where he supposedly worked, and shot 3 people. I don't know what causes people to do this. I got somewhat of an idea, and I'm going to talk about it. It's controversial. Some people don't like what I say. Some people are not going to like what I say. But I mean, these are my thoughts, and it's just what it is. I'm going to play this press conference. Now, the press conference is really long, guys, but I'm going to play the first 3 minutes, and it had some telling information in it. And this is the standard copycat type crime with these mass shootings that are affecting us in the nation today. I want you guys to take a look at this, and we'll come back and talk about it. Check it out.
Our mayor, city leaders, to share the heartbreaking news that Jacksonville has suffered the loss of 3 precious lives at the hands of an active shooter. This afternoon, a little after 1 p.m., an individual we have not yet officially identified entered a Dollar Tree in the Newtown area of Jacksonville, outfitted with a tactical vest, armed with an AR-style rifle and a handgun. Then the shooter killed 3 people before turning the gun on himself, taking his own life. Other than the 3 individuals killed and the shooter himself, there are no additional people who suffered gunshot wounds. We are not identifying the deceased victims at this time, but I can tell you that there are 2 male victims and 1 female victim. All of the deceased victims are black. Multiple units from the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office responded to this active shooter scene, as did members of Jacksonville Fire Rescue, our mayor, and city leaders. We are still in the very early stages of this investigation, so there's a lot of information that we don't know at this time. I will share with you the information that I have been able to verify. The shooter was believed to have resided in Clay County with his parents. He was involved in a 2016 domestic call in Clay County with no arrest. In 2017, he did have a Baker Act. We know that at 11:39 a.m. today, Sheriff Cook gave us information that he left Clay County, headed to Jacksonville. At 1:18 p.m., he texted his father and told his father to check his computer. At 1:53 p.m., the shooter's family members called the Clay County Sheriff's Office. By that time, he had already began shooting in Jacksonville. The Clay County Sheriff's Office, who has been assisting our agency with this investigation, received information after the shooting that the shooter had authored several manifestos, 1 to his parents, 1 to the media, and 1 to federal agents. Portions of these manifestos detailed the shooter's disgusting ideology of hate. Plainly put, this shooting was racially motivated, and he hated black people. He wanted to kill. That's the one and only time I'll use that word. I want to be very clear that there is absolutely the shooter is part of any large group. We know that he acted completely alone. If you take a look at the images on the screen, you'll be able to see what he utilized. The weapons that the shooter used today are a Glock and an AR-15 style rifle. This is a dark day in Jacksonville's history. Any loss of life is tragic, but the hate that motivated the shooter's killing spree adds an additional layer of heartbreak. There's no place for hate in our community, and this is not Jacksonville. As a member of this Jacksonville community, I am sickened by this cowardly shooter's personal ideology of hate. Homicide detectives are actively investigating this tragedy, and despite the fact that the shooter is dead, they will continue to investigate this until we have a complete understanding of what happened and even why he did it. Our Jacksonville community collectively cries tonight. To the victims and victims' families, our thoughts and prayers are with you now and will remain with you. Please know that in the face of this tragedy, this agency and our city stands with you. We stand united and resolved in our commitment to accountability. We stand united with each other. Those who have personally suffered loss and those who have been touched by this tragedy, we are with you. We stand united and resolved against all forms of hate. And at this time, I'll take any questions that I can.
All right, guys, that's what's known so far. And it's the same old stuff. Somebody gets dissatisfaction in life, must have blamed somebody else or some other race for their insufficiencies with them handling their own business. Let's call it down the middle of what it is. This is an idiot and he's a follower. It's a lot of stories like this. He needed a motive to go out there and show that he was dissatisfied with his life, and he took it out on black folk. He says, hey, I don't like black people, or I hate black people. Let me tell you something about that word hate, y'all. Let's call it tonight. That word hate is taught. It's not a natural response. Just like fear. It's a disease. Hate is taught by people that have a lot of time no real reason to hate. You ever notice this? Poor and ignorant people who claim victimhood are the ones that do the most hating or saying they hate somebody. You can ask them, hey man, why you hate the person? Or why you hate this? Or why you hate that? They get mad because you question them. Or they get mad because it's not along the lines, you don't feel along the lines of how they feel about a certain person, thing, or race of people. You just don't understand. They can never give you no real explanation of why they have a strong, extreme dislike for somebody, someone, or some type of color, people with color. Bottom line is this, man. People that hate, they take what's marginal, meaning they can have an experience with somebody, something, someone, and they'll take it and maximize it to a whole categorization of why they don't like a specific race of people. And now all the people like that. And that's one of the things that we got a problem here. It's a lot of ignorance in this country about people of different races because they don't know. And the ones that claim they know, they listen to other people and get these categorizations from fear, greed, whatever, and it develops into hate for some people. And a lot of people hate people, don't even know why they hate them. Such is the case with this guy. He probably had a random run-in with somebody that was black, and all of a sudden got mad. He hate everybody black now. Either way, he went to a standoff with police. They shot his dumb ass. He was living at home. Let's just go down the checklist, y'all. You ever notice these type of people that do this type of stuff? Never out there in the rat race like everybody else. Never been out there on their own doing what men are supposed to do, going through the toils that everybody else goes through, regardless of race, of trying to make money, make a better life for them, build a family, keep the kids out of trouble. Normal stuff, no matter what race you are. If you live in America, you have to go through that. Nobody takes that into account. He's sitting at home with his parents. And shame on them. This man in his 20s, why the fuck he in your house? Y'all enabled that shit and didn't even know it. And they might be nice people. Here's another thing too. A lot of times these people come from these households where they wasn't even raised like that. They just hear the right message from the wrong person. And all of a sudden, that's why I'm a piece of shit. That's why my life sucks. Oh, it's the blacks. It's the Mexicans taking our job. It's somebody else. It's Jewish people. Same shit. It don't pay no way to just say, okay, this is my fault that I'm here. Like I said, I'm a man. I look in the mirror every day. If something don't go wrong, right for me, it's something I did wrong. Now, if I'm victimized or something like that, you know what I'm saying? You learn from it and you move on and you recover it where it don't happen again. The fuck was this guy's problem? He used that I hate black people as a scapegoat to go out there and talk about his life being a piece, like him being a piece of shit and his life being a failure, to win to blame it on somebody else. Let me tell you something. A lot of us in our community do the same thing. Blame stuff on other races. You know what I'm saying? What the other race got to do with you from the time you was born up until now? And if you do know the reason why a certain race is doing you like that, that means you had an advantage because they don't know that you know. If that's the case, so that means what? You still can turn your life around by avoiding that person or that race, or you understand what I'm saying? Stupid shit. Listen, I'm gonna get deep with y'all. You notice, and I want you to go look at the news and just look at some of these stories that come out. Do you notice? I think I would not be surprised if this shit ain't got something to do with Trump. And I'm not political, but hear me out with how they treated Trump. Remember, Trump got arrested the other day, Thursday, and he had the mugshot and all this stuff. A lot of times, these dudes right here that read these Mein Kampf books by Adolf Hitler and all of that other stuff, not saying he did, but dealing with racism and stuff. A lot of times, they gravitate to people that don't even fuck with them. Everybody talk about Trump. Oh, Trump this, Trump that. He gonna do this. He gonna. Who did you see the most representing Trump and trying to ride behind him? A bunch of rednecks and people that are a lot of, just regular folk or poor folk that were white, thinking that Trump was gonna come in and because he talked the talk and he was gonna walk the walk for them. And what happened? Nothing. Nothing. He don't even like people that he feels as though is beneath him. And that most of the people that voted for him. I'm just saying. For real. For real. I think when he got arrested or something, sometimes it triggered people to be like, oh, they're doing Trump like that. He'll never get in office. Oh, America ain't shit. And all of a sudden, let's blame it on somebody and go out there and do some stupid stuff. Pay attention. A lot of times politics is like a full moon. Certain shit happen to certain people. All of a sudden, all hell break loose. Look at this picture up here. In fact, it's over here. I'm sorry. Look at this picture over here. I want you to look closely. Look closely. Look. Look at what's written on the gun. You see them swastikas? He wrote that with a paint marker. You fucking give me a break. A paint marker, bro? That's how you know he has a child's mind. Why you gotta write stuff on a gun like you a soldier in the war, and they used to write stuff on their guns and all that other stuff? He watched too much movies. That right there, let me know. This guy don't think on his own accord. He's seen something in movies, or he figured he'd do something that he thought, and he'd go out his way. He had a tactical vest on. It ain't bulletproof. A tactical vest only mean he got a lot of pockets where you can put clips and stuff at. He had all of that shit and only shot 3 people and killed them. Think about that. You want to go all out. You was at the college, didn't do anything, thank God. Let me just go to Dollar General, Family Dollar, wherever it is he supposedly had worked at, and take it out on them. And he spared a couple other people. Then he had a standoff. If you was real and you said you hated black people, you would have shot them and then surrendered. Like, yeah, I done did something for whoever the hell you worshiping and took it in. No. They're taking nowadays, a mass shooting is the new suicide. Because a lot of people ain't got the courage to put a bullet in their fucking brain or hang themselves in their own fucking closet. And I'm being honest with you. This aggravates me because he used the old tactic. Let me blame it on black people. I hate blacks. Then he gets shot up and he ain't got to explain that. Coward shit. Coward shit. Tomorrow, you'll be replaced with somebody else. The world don't stop moving because you dead. So you shouldn't act in accordance to take somebody else off the planet because you don't want to fucking be here. One bullet. You could have fixed this whole thing and you still would have made the news, asshole, if you had put that AR right up under here and blew your motherfucking top of your head off like a nuclear disaster. You could have mushroom clouded in your own goddamn house and they would have had, only problem they would have had was getting crime scene cleanup to get the scrambled eggs off the fucking wall. And that's no offense to his family, but your son did some foul ass shit. He did. He did. And this right here further starts to divide or drives a wedge between other people of color and other races to where they think it's a serious problem. And it actually is not. It actually is not. We need to start looking through clear lens glasses. Look at the reason why people do things rather than what they do. And this mass shooting has happened. And there'll be more that happen because there are a lot of crazy people out there and it's no way to really stop this because for some reason the government act like they turned a deaf ear and all of a sudden we done got so complacent with this happening and that a bunch of people grieving, a bunch of people showing sympathy and all this other stuff, but nothing really never happens. Criminals are still getting emboldened to do this shit. And it's messed up where you can't even go out to a public place or your favorite coffee shop or just go shopping in the mall and enjoying a slice of pizza with your daughter or your son, anything, because you got some young asshole coming in there dressed like an army dude shooting any goddamn body. The fuck is wrong? When did it come to this? I'm telling you, this younger generation coming behind us, it's like they're setting this up to where they're trying to heighten the racial divide for some reason. And this is not done, unpurposely. There's an agenda that they're pushing with the media and everything else. They're pushing people towards a certain way. They want to have people certainly divided to where they can work on their subconsciouses individually. I'm telling you, better wake up. You got a lot of people out here, like I said, white and black and purple and orange or whatever. Somebody's making money out of it. Somebody capitalized off of this. They did. Because I'm giving an example, and this is far-fetched, but I want you to hear this. Dollar General, Dollar Tree, right? Those are stocks. Say the shooting happened, and all of a sudden, the stock dropped, say 3% in one day. If somebody's in the 1% and they buy enough shares of stock, in 2 or 3 days, the stock go up and then skyrocket with the rest of the S&P 500. They kill it. So always remember that. People out here, they so upset and with this woe is me shit. And all of a sudden, I'm going to go out there because my feelings are hurt and I'm going to hurt other people that ain't got shit to do with it. You make somebody else rich because they're waiting for you to pull that corny ass clown shit. They are. They are. Everybody that don't look like you ain't your fucking enemy. Some of the people that look like you are. So, Mr. White Dude, you ran out there and did that shit. You should have shot yourself. You should have looked in the mirror and pointed the gun, because that's the real enemy, yourself. Nobody feels sorry for a man that goes out there and can't get right. And you one of them men. You could have fixed this, but now you wanted to go out there and bang your chest to a bunch of people that had nothing to do with you being a weakling. Drop me a comment, man. This is all the details that are out right now. Same scenario. Live with his mom, piece of shit. Blame everybody else for his problems. Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Research Channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. My heart goes out to the victim's family. May they rest in peace. I'll see you guys in the next video. Let's wake up for real. Let's go.